Okay, well, I'll wait and see if anybody decides to come in. Here we go. Okay. Hey, Boston, how you doing? Yeah, I can't sleep, so I'll sit out here for a while and figured I'd polish on this 48.4, and if anybody wanted to come in and play, that's great. If not, we just hang out. So. Yeah, no, everything's fine. I don't know. I just can't get to sleep. Might have something to do with the 3 Pepsis I had this afternoon that probably jacked my caffeine up to the roof. But yeah, and there was nobody in any of the chat rooms, so when I checked over there, so I just came in and figured I'd start a stream. If anybody wants to come in, they can. If they don't, they don't. But I know most people are in bed or getting ready for that. Yeah, so we're just gonna hang out. Ah, cool. I know Micromark uh used to sell. Hey Juan, how you doing? No, we just got going. So yeah, I couldn't get to sleep, and so I just came out here with a stare at the ceiling, and nobody was having any lives or any chat rooms open, so I just threw this up, and if anybody wanted to come play, they would. Yeah, I know Micromark used to make a photo etch thing where you could make your own, but I don't think they have it on their page anymore or their catalog anymore. I could be wrong, but I don't think they do. But to me, that would be kind of fun to be able to do. Make the photo masks and lay it on the metal and then acid etch it and whatnot and give it to work. But yeah, that's we're working on a 48 Ford here as my kind of personal tribute to Scott Ridley because the 43rd scales and 32nd scales were his bag, and uh, just so happened that like the right before he passed, like literally days, uh, Papa GS or Darren sent me this kit in the mail because he had extras, and so it kind of like perfect timing and everything. So it kind of maybe it was meant to be. So I decided I'd go ahead and do this one. If somebody does a organized tribute build or something later on, I'll get into that too. But If this is too loud, let me know. I can mute myself while I'm running it. Painted this one with the LA Colors nail polish. Don't remember what the color name was. Their names subtle match what the color is anyway. But it was a pretty dark red with a lot of gold in it. When you paint it over a dark primer, you get a rich red, but if you paint over a white primer, you get the kind of a pink tint to it. And I kind of like it. Yeah, so it's just kind of like perfect storm. Like I got this like a day or two before, found out that Scott had passed, so I just took it as like a sign that day it was meant to be done, and so I did it. So we got it polished. I got everything else done for it. I'll get it polished up here, and I'll get it put together. And like the wax, I got my wax upstairs, so I have to wax it tomorrow or something. Because I don't feel like going back upstairs right now. If I go back up, I'm probably gonna go up today. I was getting cars ready for the show coming up next weekend. Not this weekend, but next in Franklin, Indiana. So I was getting stuff ready for that. So I was putting a fresh coat of wax on all those cars. Yeah, Kevin's usually a night owl, but I don't know if he's up tonight or not, or he probably doesn't even know because I didn't have any notice or anything on that I was doing this. I just popped it on. But I might send him a text, see if he wants to come in and play. Yeah, this is a AMT. Let me move my light so you can see a little better. Before I knock my light over on myself, I'm not careful. Yeah, it's sinking down. I have to reset it. AMT 48 scale or 43rd scale, 48 forward. That's the light. Right, light's really blowing out the gold on it, so it's almost like a color shift under that light. But yeah, move the back. Yeah, let me fix my light stand before it falls over on me. Again, it did it to me the other day. I have to get some. Probably need to go down to the hardware store and get a couple of metal plates to put on there so it won't pull through the table. It's been hooked on this edge of this wooden table for about 20 years, and it's kind of worn its way through. Like this one doesn't want to stay anymore either. Oh, I broke it. Okay, that's why it won't stay. Okay, that makes sense. That's why that one doesn't want to stay. I just snapped the end of it off. Oh well, I'll fix it later. Put my paintbrushes away. Yeah, it is. It's kind of a really nice rosy color. So if you put it put a dark primer under it, it's a deeper red. Where is it at? Here's what it looks like in the bottle. So it's quite a bit of difference. If you put it over a dark primer, you get closer to the bottle color. Okay, yeah, I'll see if he's still up. Yeah, that's the one thing we got going for us, is being a tight little small community, even though we're spread all over the world. I don't recall him. Would be send a text message. Yeah, it just goes to show the difference between the undercolor can do. Let's see here. Start a chat. Go. Let's see if he's up and about. Probably is because he's a night. He's the worse of a night owl than I am. So yeah, he's probably up. Now, whether he wants to come on or not, different story. But let's see, yeah, I can probably get a little better representation of that color here. Off the light blowing it out. Yeah, I'm real happy with it. Got a few more paint touch-ups to do on it. Little stuff that needs to be done, but like painting the tail lights and stuff like that. Door locks. I might put a little bit of resin over the headlights too, just to give them a more dimensional appearance. In fact, we probably will do that, because that won't take but a minute. Get a little dab of resin. That's more than enough. A flashlight. I thought about testing if I could get this resin at the right consistency to spray, UV resin, to spray it on a body and then cure it. Kind of like a 2K. If it lay on smooth, then I don't know if that would be practical or not, or if it would be functional, but so I need new batteries for my flashlight. I think I got another one of those things. That UV light does burn through the batteries quick. Yeah, I got this one here. Yeah, I've thought about it. I don't know if the stuff that they use in the printers, if that would be too thin or not to be able to spray it. If it would work, that would be kind of cool because then you could just cure it, throw it into the curing station, and the UV lights for a few minutes, and have it. And I'm not worried about gumming up the airbrush because you could clean that resin out without. Before it's cured, you can clean it out with alcohol, and it doesn't cure unless you hit it with the UV. So I may float that idea with some people, see what they think. And once it's cured, if you needed to, you could wet sand and polish it. But yeah, that's kind of thought I've been floating around in my brain lately. To be going to be as toxic as the 2K for sure. And also, if you sprayed it before you cured it, if you had any dust bunnies or anything, you could take them out or respray or let it level and cure. But level, and before you make sure it looked good before you cured it. And if you aren't happy, you could just clean it off with some. Either if you use the water soluble one, you could use the water to wash it off if you weren't happy with it, and respray it. Because until you cure it, it's yeah, it's got one battery. It's bad in it, I think. Not making good contact. Those LED flashlights like that, even though you're got 3 batteries in it, it's still running on 1.5 volts. It just kicks up the amps by having the 3 batteries. You're not running 4.5 volts. Hey, Gary. Yeah, I couldn't sleep, so I had to, and nobody was in the chat room, so I just started a live. Yeah, so I was just thinking about it as a possible alternative to 2K. Oh, there he is. I figured he was still awake. Fire red is underneath. Yeah, I do. I get myself shaved down about 4 times a year. Take it down as tight as I can with the clippers. And my bald spot gets bigger every time, so. This clear red, so to me, a clear red set up for a couple minutes, and then I'll put some resin on top of that. Yeah, I find I do more if I'm on live. I get more done. I treat it as an excuse to do something. Otherwise, I just park my butt in the recliner all night long. But yeah, I've got I'm gonna get this one will be tonight. The 37, I'm still waiting for the right cab to get here, but that's the kit cab on there. But I'm waiting. I've got the chop top coming for it. I had one, I broke it, so I ordered another one. But yeah, that's the 37 Ford flatbed. Just waiting for the new cab to come in. I'll get it painted and flamed, and we'll be done on that one. All right. Got primer on the Firebird. Still haven't decided what color I'm going to go put on it. Thanks, Kevin. Yeah, I got it on here. This one was the inspiration. This was the inspiration I had to do it. I saw this picture and thought, hey, that would work perfect. So that's kind of what we're emulating. It's not exact, but kind of making it kind of like that. I've got the flame mask. I've got those. I'm waiting for the chop cab to come in. I only have the one mirror on it, and I don't know if I'll do that flip out glass on the front or not. We'll see when I get there. All right, let's That should be set up enough. I can put the resin on it. That's plenty for what we're doing. Exactly, Gary. That's what I'm doing it for the Acme music and motion theme of the cars, vehicles, and music. That's exactly what we're doing it for. And the Brian appreciation build. I will probably give it to him at Acme. Need a long camera lens? Yeah. The joke about the guy at the urinal saying, "Man, this water's cold," and you turn around back to him and say, "Yeah, it's deep too." I've got one of those UV boxes on my Amazon cart waiting for me to buy it, so I don't have to use these little bitty things for this kind of stuff. But I just haven't bought it yet because I'm kind of saving money for, so I have a little extra for when I go to Franklin, Indiana next weekend. And I want to get a new compressor too. Yeah, we had real roller coaster weather here too, Gary. We went through about a week where it was actually like 90 degrees, and then those last 5 or 6 days it's been British weather, cold and rainy. Yeah, we haven't got above 60 degrees all week for about the last 6, 7 days. I think that's why I got cold again, because when I had to go to the doctor go to the doctor's office on Monday and it was raining and cold and chilly and all that. And I think I kind of picked up weakened my immune system enough to bring in a little bit of cold. That and the pecan trees are in full bloom, so that doesn't help either. You get up in the morning and your white car is actually green because it's got so much pollen on it. Okay, put that back in here. Sometimes I marvel about your eyesight as much as your mom. Oh, my eyesight sucks. That's why I have these. Using those a lot of the time. My light has, I don't know if I get down here low enough, it has the big magnifier in it. I wear bifocals that look like Coke bottles. I only have one eye that actually that really works. The other one just kind of sort of pretends to work. Okay. Yeah, well, Kevin, whatever weather we get, you get it 2 days later or a day and a half later. 20 hours or so. So if it's cold and rainy here, then 2 days later you've got it. Hardest part these days is my hands shake so much for doing this kind of spine work. Oh, let me grab a toothpick. I can't get much control there. Oh, you're north of Indy? Yeah, I'm going to be just south of Indy in Franklin, Indiana. There we go. It'll be there Friday and Saturday. For the Model Rama show. Okay. All right, we'll let that dry for a couple of minutes. I've never been to Akron, Ohio or Akron, Indiana. Two places in Indiana have been basically it's Indianapolis and Fort Wayne once. It was a long freaking drive. I knocked the interior off on the floor. Where did it go in here? No, I don't know what to do with the interior. I don't know where I put it. Did I knock it off on the floor? Oh, I don't see it. Move my chair to be sure. No, go in there. No. We have to go on a scavenger hunt for the interior. Yeah. What did I do with it? Ah, there it is. It fell into the tool drawer. It couldn't have gone far. Okay. Crisis averted. Almost fit better if we took those off. Try making them bigger first. It's a squeal, man. The thing about Indiana, I think about every time I go there is if I still owe Publishers Clearinghouse or Columbia Records 99 cents or not from the music club back in the 70s and 80s. Because that's where you had to mail your bill all the time, was Terre Haute, Indiana. Probably half the people in America still owe them money. Yeah, they're getting all ready for the big race up in Indianapolis. That's why my hotel, I had to stay way south in Indianapolis for my hotel room, and it still cost a ton because of being so close to the races, the time of the races anyway. Yeah, people start showing up there like days ahead of time. Yeah, I appreciate that he sent it to. I wasn't even expecting it. He needed the surfboard decals from that 37 Ford truck because I'm not using a surfboard or decals, obviously. Uh, so I sent him both, and I wasn't expecting anything in return for them because I was not going to use them. And about 2 days later, they showed up on my tracking package coming from him, and it's like, oh, okay, what did he send me? Make it bigger anyway. I have about, what do I have? Well, that's only be my second 43rd scale one. I have probably half a dozen 30 seconds scale kits that I've built over the years. A couple more I want to get still. As far as cars go, I got all kinds of 30-second scale airplanes and 48 scale airplanes, but yeah, there's a lot of detail you can add to them. I mean, this one, I spent probably 5 or 6 hours doing just doing bare metal foil on this one. And then, paint job was a couple hours in time, and just spent time cleaning up because they had horrible mold lines on it. So I spent probably 2 or 3 hours cleaning up the mold lines. I copped that on the interior a little bit. I just painted it one color, except for, and used a silver paint pen to pick out the chromy parts. Yeah, but once every 2 weeks, I go through a day or day and a half where I can't get any sleep in. Probably about 9 o'clock tomorrow morning, I'll be pushed enough to fall asleep, and I'll end up sleeping for an hour or 2 hours. Be back up again. Yeah, I think being at like the practices and the qualifying runs would almost be more fun than the actual race because I think it wouldn't be nearly as crowded, and Get kind of a better look at what's going on. Kevin the Chrome Dome. Was the line God only made a few good heads and the rest of me put hair on? Uh-oh. Yeah, I ain't got no chrome pens. I used to have them. I didn't think they worked all that great. I ended up getting rid of them. Got some silver markers, silver paint pens, but the chrome ones I ended up just throwing away. Those Molotovs, I couldn't never get them to work right. Couldn't get a good finish. I keep meaning to try some of those like AK Gundam ones or something, or the Gunzy ones. Oh, these? Yeah, I've got 3 of them. Those Harbor Freight toolboxes. I've got the 2 here, and I've got one my computer is sitting on top of. I keep all my I have all my sanding stuff in this one, the one that you can't see, this one right here. It's where my sanding sticks and my sandpaper and the big files are all in that one. And this one, I got the paint pens on the top and Tamiya bottles down there. Over here, I got the scissors and the fine tip tactical Q-tips, I like to call them, stuff like that. Electronics type stuff. And then I've got my good paintbrushes and my decals in this one down on the bottom. The special used paintbrushes, the ones that stay in their packages unless I'm actually using them. But yeah, I would like to get 1 or 2 more of those next time they get them in. They didn't have it. I think last time, did they have any left when I was there last time? I don't think they did. At ours anyway, but there's like 3 or 4 Harbor Freights in this area. Sure, what I'm probably has some left. I'm sure I'll be at the mercy of whatever color they got. I'm sure they won't have all the colors of the rainbow this time of year, but let's see. How are you going to fit? All right, let me get clean the polishing compound out. I'll hit it with some detailer. Yes. Well, last time I went, all they had was red. The one I went to, they didn't have the green, the yellow, the purples, all the greens, all those other colors. They did not have. All they had was the red ones, which was fine. I wish they were. I guess they would be. You lose the top drawer, the top lid. Well, of course, I got all full of crap on these. If they were stackable, that would be nice. But I assume they would. You say you just would lose that top drawer tray, that top lid tray, I guess. No, they didn't have any pink ones there. I like them too because after taxes and stuff, they're still only like a little under $20. Okay, where is my wax and dry? We'll put this on there. I'll use it. So the insulator wax upstairs, so I don't feel like going up there and getting it. So I'll just use some of this. That's for the detailer. We'll do the wax and dry and then the glaze polish. Yeah, well, they're designed to emulate the big boxes, the big floor model boxes. I think they kind of got them as a novelty, and they kind of people snapped them up, and they said, "Well, I guess we'll stock them all the time." They got them right at Christmas last year, I think, right before Christmas. I don't know. So I've been meaning to grab and try some of the Gundam markers. Wash and wax. What's the other one? Quick detail. There it is. I like this one. Smells good, so that we use that one. It's almost like when you get your hair cut and they put the smell good on when they're done at the barbershop. Well, it's got the lid that it's held down by the magnetic. No, they're not magnets either. They just, yeah, they don't. The lids don't have a closure on them, so that's probably why they don't have handles. No latch or anything. But they're not. I don't think they're intended to be mobile anyway. Where's give us a good one. I think I would too, Gary. I mean, I think the Indy race would be way more exciting. If I had my choice, I think I would rather have like a Formula One road course race. Because even there, still making left-hand turns. Seeing who can make the fastest left-hand turns on an oval track. Hey, Bruce.
Hi, Bob. What he done still up, and everybody in the chat. Look at all these people.
Well, I couldn't sleep, and then I saw the thing on your group, and I went over there, and nobody was home.
Yeah, we left early. Well, Don was left early, and I'm going, okay, bye.
So
I just got done watching an episode of Pole Barn Garage.
Oh, cool.
And I thought, I'm going to check my feed thing over here. Oh, look, Bob's on.
Yeah.
I thought, surely he's not on now. It's been 52 minutes.
Yeah.
Nope. Still here.
There. Yeah, I tried to go to bed earlier after your show was over, and it just wasn't happening. So I just got up and started piddling around, and I figured, I'm going to sit there in a recliner and watch a movie, or I can get some work done. So I chose to get some work done.
Yeah, we had a good time tonight. And Don and I and Mr. Dart messed around for about an hour, and then I watched the rest of Pole Barn Garage. I thought, yeah, since Bob's up, hey, I'll go visit.
Yeah. we got Kevin in Boston and Gary Red Wins in there. And
yeah, I see that.
We got 12 people hanging out back there. So just about got this one, other than the final wax. The little 48.4 is pretty much done. Good thing about these two, they fit in their box when they're done. They still fit in their box.
That looks good.
It's part of the Junior Collector Series.
Neat.
Darren sent me this. I didn't ask for anything. He just he sent it to me, and I was appreciative of it. And it came right before Scott passed, and so I figured, that was something, a message that I should be building it for Scott's memory. Yeah. So I'm sure someone down the road will do an official group build, but
somewhere I think I heard rumors, but I mean I don't know anything for sure anywhere yet either.
But this one was me. Kind of same thing when Terry passed. He had always talked about wanting to changed the surf wagon ambulance into a hearse, and so when he passed, that was the next kid I started.
Yep. Well, I got the glass in my bug, so now we're getting ready to start putting all the chromey bits on.
Cool. My uncle had one of those when I was like 6 or 7 years old.
There was a guy in a little town next to us, 4 miles away. He had a skating rink, and he would go around to the four small little towns in one of these things, but it wasn't the 21 window. It was, of course, it had three on the front and one across the back, and that was all the
Yeah.
windows was in it. I mean, he had kids stacking that thing like cordwood. He'd go pick them all up and then take them to the skating rink. Then we'd skate for about 4 hours. Then he'd put everybody back in the van and take them back to their towns because he had pickup points.
Yeah. That sounds like my uncle's van. I don't think most vivid memory of it was freezing my ass off in the back of the thing because it never would get warm.
And I was always the last one to get picked up, so I had to sit on a hump between the door and the step on the sliding door. Awesome times.
The other one from my childhood memory was the guy had a bug, and he took the front trunk hood, whatever you want to call it, off, and put a snow cone machine in it. And it was one of the hand crank ice, the shaved ice.
Uh-huh.
He'd run around you'd see him every day in the neighborhood. He'd run around. He'd be like the ice cream man, snow cone man.
That's cool.
He had the fish tank full of shaved ice and where the front hood would go. And it was 3 cents for a snow cone. So we'd go digging around the house every day on a hot summer day, knowing he was coming, buying our 3 cents.
Yep.
5 cents if you wanted a cup, the big, like the big slushy cup. Okay, let's do this. Let you guys get it. I'll bring the camera down so we can look at it a little better. Load it up. Turn this one on. Move that over. There we go.
That's a cool color.
Yeah. It turned out really well. I'm really happy with the way it turned out. May have to break down and have somebody print me up some really cool wheels for it. But yeah, I'm real happy with that. Took longer to foil it than to do anything else.
Yeah, I bet. Those
Toasty guys. Welcome.
Rims look nice.
They're the
focus.
Yeah, this camera doesn't like to get in real tight.
They're
just a stop caps.
Still, it looks nice on there.
They do say have the Ford in there, but yeah.
That little thing's got a lot of detail.
They do. They sure do. A lot more than you'd expect. Considering it was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's basically 6 parts. That's all you get in that. 8, I guess, because you got the 2 parts or the old axles in. So basically a kit with 8 parts.
Yep.
Thanks, guys. You got Kevin's phone number? I'm sorry. I've got it too, so I guess we're in the same boat. Yeah, I'm real happy with that. I'll get a coat of wax on it, and it'll shine it up even a little bit more. Pretty good though. You can see my light up there pretty good. There's a LA Colors nail polish with a little of the Mr. Super Clear on it. We might take that to the show next weekend. We'll see. See how many, figure out how many I actually got going, how many kits I already got going before I decide if I take that one or not.
Now, where's that one at?
Franklin. And next
Franklin?
weekend. Not,
Is that
yeah,
next week?
It's not like 2 days, but it's a week after. The week after, yeah.
Oh, wow.
A week from tomorrow, yes. It's the 14th, 15th,
Something
or
like
15th,
that.
16th, 15th, 16th, whatever that is.
Yeah. Day is the 8th, isn't it? Wow.
Yep, today's the 8th. Today's the last day to sign up for the 1,800 subscriber giveaway. Yeah, 15th and 16th is the show. Next Friday and Saturday. Yep, today is the last day to sign up.
I think I did.
Yeah, you did.
Okay.
You're
I
on
don't
there.
remember. I don't always do it because,
You're on there. Edward's on there. John is on there. Chet's on there. Jeff Lawless, Paul Wells, Just Rose Garage, Dorcosaurus, Terry Supersport, Brian Lewis, Daniel Mutt Modeler, Too Tall is on here, Taylor, Rick Zink, JV's Hobby Loft, Old School Modeler, Mike Reeves, and then there's many more. Bob Skinner, Blind Modeler, Surge. And then what I'm going to do is after I close it tomorrow, I'll go back through like the last 4 finals videos or final reveal videos. And anybody who commented on those will get an extra entry. So if you commented on, say, the last 4 entries, then you'll get 5 extra. 5 extra entries if you commented on the videos, 4 videos before it, the finals. Just to help skew it towards the people who the supporters get a better chance, as opposed to just somebody sees it, signs up, I'm going to get a free kit.
That was my fear when I did my giveaway. I hope it's somebody I know.
Yeah.
I can really verify that they are.
There's a couple on that list that I would probably send a kit to anyway, but we'll see if they win. If they win, then I won't have to send an extra one. But if they don't, then I can. I got one to send out to them anyhow. Like John, I want to send John a kit.
I like his new channel name.
Yeah. He was at NL East. He bought one of the 66 GTO kits, and he got home and he was going through it, showing on his video, and there's a huge tire burn mark on the front windshield.
Oh man!
And I'm 99% sure that I have one of those windshields here, and I also have the whole kit, so I may just send him the whole kit if I can't find the windshield. Yeah, it happens. I mean, I've gotten a couple kits, especially like it shows that I've had tire burn or something like that on it. But I also had luck the other way too, where I'd buy a kit and it'd have all kinds of good bonus parts in it, or have one I bought had parts for three entire kits in the same box.
That's a bonus.
Because whoever was doing it, he just shoved like 3 of the same kit into one box. All the parts were off the trees and everything, but there were 3 bodies and 3 of everything you needed to build a kit. I got that one for like $20. Didn't even know it. Or that Firebird I got at Chillet 2 years ago. Got home and found out it was from it was in a later release box, but it was the original release that had the clear hood in it. The hood was painted when I got it, but when I went to strip the paint off on it, it was clear.
Yeah, when I was down at Acme, I bought that 53 Vicky, and they were started kits, had all kinds of different wheels and rims, and it had a what do you call it? Add-on kit so you can make it a T-top. I mean, not a T-top, a sunroof in it. So they already had the sunroof cut out. That was really neat, and I only gave $5 for it.
Yeah.
And I bought the next one off of a different guy. Same deal. They're all basically painted with rattle can. I mean, it's thick paint. They had a bunch of spare parts in it too. So yeah, I know those are kind of cool when that happens.
Yeah, it's that this one was. I've already taken one of the bodies out, and parts out, so there's enough for 2 in there. But the only thing, he had started them all, which was not a big deal. But yeah, this one part had that tire burn in it. That's the only thing was wrong with it.
Yeah, man, that's really big too.
But it's easy enough to fix. It's on a flat spot. You just cut it out and replace it. But yeah, it was $20, and so I got his 3 bodies and three of everything in here. Yeah, even had 3 sets of glass too. I think I still got 2. Yeah, 3 sets of glass, all crammed in this one box. I built one. I built one out of it. I got the other one, other body in a different box, and so that one's still a complete kit. I want to build that as a standard one. I'm not going to do the wide body on that one. Okay. Let's see how our Thunderbird is doing in the cooker.
That works pretty good.
Bring this back.
Trying something different. I'm using that Let's Resin to hold the wipers on. That was pretty good.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, that UV resin, I use it for body filler and anything where I can get light to it.
Yeah, I've done that too. I did that on this 56 I'm working on.
Back before you came in, we were talking about, I've had this idea in my head to go buy a bottle of the printer resin in clear and see if I could airbrush it on to a body.
That'd be different.
And then cure that. And it'd be like get your clear 2K finish, but it would be a resin finish.
I bought this Let's Resin dye to put in the resin. See how that's going to work. It's got 16 different colors. There's like 2 or 3 different colors of yellow and red, so that'd be interesting. It wasn't bad. I think it's $16 on Amazon. But I have used the resin for my 3D printer when I want soft resin.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's less resin, it gets pretty hard. Sometimes it's hard to sand.
Yeah, I got just the standard, I think Michael's stuff, but no name. Just a black bottle. It says UV resin hard.
Yeah. Well, that's what that says. Let's Resin hard. And they're not kidding.
But yeah, I like to use it for the body filler because it doesn't shrink. You can put it on where you want it, like give it a second to kind of settle in.
Yeah, it flows really good, and it stays where you put
it, and it doesn't shrink, and then you can sand it just like you would.
Yep.
That's kind of one airbrush that stuff. Use it as a clear, like a 2K clear.
Okay, so where's number 3 go?
Bought the Thunderbird at the show for parts, and then I went digging through and said it's all there. So I decided to try and strip it. I don't know what paint this guy used on it, but boy, I don't want to strip. Well, I know he painted the blue part with testers and enamel, brush painted it, so it's gone glopped on super thick. But whatever white he used does not want to come up. I have to go to a stronger. But it's been in there since Sunday. About 90% of it came off, but not all of it.
Number 3.
But I'm thinking if I might do this up as a slot car body. Because I want the regular chassis for another build I'm doing. And then yeah, it's got to be testers and ammo because that's been in there for Sunday and they didn't even put a dent on it. On that parachute. Yeah, I use a 91% alcohol for my stripper.
Oh, okay. I use Totally Awesome.
Yeah, I got that too, but I find the alcohol doesn't injure my skin as much, even when I do wear gloves. But yes, that blue paint, it's the tester's brush painted enamel, and it ain't moving. We may have to get more aggressive.
Yep.
The only places I got it to move was where the alcohol got underneath of it, and it come up on a sheet.
I find that cool when that happens.
I don't know. There's 2 more pieces. There's one.
Okay, so
It is.
So we'll do this process of elimination thing. Okay, 2 is those door handles, and 3, that other one must be that door handle. Because it doesn't quite tally with the instructions. That's okay. Instructions are guides anyway.
Yeah. Suggested.
Yes. That's the term I'm trying to come up with.
Of course, if I followed the instructions, I wouldn't put the rear end on before I put the exhaust in half the time.
I always put the rear end every daggone time, and then I go, oh, exhaust.
90% of my models have the exhaust that's been cut in half because I forgot to put the rear end on before the exhaust.
Yes.
Tell myself I got a 50% chance to get it right and a 90% chance to get it wrong.
I don't know why I choose to do it that way every time. Yep. sometimes I cut it and I just find the tube plastics that fits it. And I'll just
Yeah.
sleeve it. Yeah, I don't try to butt join it. Nope. Sleeve it and be done with it. Okay, let's see how we can lose these little thingamajiggies. Whew.
Is he trying to get you to wake up the warden in the middle of the night?
Better watch waking up the warden in the middle of the night.
Something I learned a long time ago. Let the sleeping dogs lie, cause yeah. The ladies, they don't get mad; they just get even.
Yes.
And they bring the vengeance tenfold.
They say elephants don't forget. She ain't got anything on an elephant. Okay, that fits in the hole.
That should be all the parts. Front rear bumper, 3 pieces of the scoop. That ain't even budging. If I do a quick sand over it, maybe that'll break it. It's basically on this white paint. Anywhere there was a decal is where the paint is bonded to the plastic.
Yeah.
I can still read the Chief's Auto Parts indentation in the paint.
That 67 Chevy Wrecker that I put together when I was a kid, it soaked for 3 weeks. And I finally got the 3 layers of paint off of it, mostly. And some of it finally, like you said, fell off in sheets, kind of.
I'll hit it with the sandpaper and see if I can scratch the surface enough, maybe it can penetrate. If it doesn't do it in another day, I'll up the chemical.
Yeah, that's what I do. I go in there every day and scrape at it just a little bit.
The alcohol usually takes this stuff off. Back in. And my little dunk tank here is a display case that had a crack in it. I glued the crack back up and sealed it up, and I use it as a dunk tank.
They realize there's a run on that door.
Just
But
right, just the right size.
you can't tell it. I can just barely see, but there's one there. It's hard telling which coat it's under because there are like 9 coats on this. Oh well. Are not going to worry about it. It'll look awesome.
Well, it'll be LA awesome.
Yeah. I'll put that side towards the back of the table.
Yeah, I've been known to do that many times. Yeah. Oh, you found the body after you stripped that blue one. Well, now you got 2 to do. Double the fun.
Yep. Okay, that one fits in there too. Yay!
And now for something completely different.
Watch, Rocky, I'm gonna pull a Bullwinkle out of my hat.
Yeah, the package that the post office lost a month ago arrived today.
Did it finally?
About 3 days after this replacement one arrived. So now I got 2 of them. And I asked him if he wanted it back, and he said no, not to worry about it. So I'll probably pay it forward because I don't have another one of these kits. Yep, it was mailed on April 3rd, and we got it on, well, technically the 6th, I guess now. So I will give it to somebody down the road who has one of those 16 scale Firebirds. Because I don't have another one. Don't plan on getting another one anytime soon.
I ordered some paint from Gallery, and it was everywhere but where it was supposed to be. And then it just up and disappeared. And they waited, I guess, about another week or so, and they decided, well, we'll just send you another set. It went to some address out in California, and this just disappeared at that post office there. And about a week later, they emailed me and said, "Hey, that they sent that paint back to us." I said, "Well, I didn't get it, so that's a good thing." I mean, it had my address on it, so how in the world it ended up in California with an Indiana address, I don't understand that.
See, I have that problem because there's a town here, California, Missouri, which is not real far from here. That's where all my mail ends up. For some reason, it seems to always end up there.
Huh.
So it comes from the regional post office. They keep sending it to the wrong place.
I've had mail ended up in Missouri. Then it went back to Kentucky, and then it went.
Well, that one you sent me, what, a year ago or so ago, that bounced around for like 2 weeks, finally came back to you.
Yeah.
It came back to your local post office, and then they just resent it for the hood scoop. And it
Yeah,
came like 2
that
days
was.
later.
Gosh, I forgot about that. Come on, light, stay up there.
All right, cut these sprues down to a little more manageable size. Okay. Put that over here.
Kevin, your old landline didn't make all the little dings and pops and boops and funny little noises like the phones today make, so it gets your attention.
Yeah. I'll get most of them turned off so I don't hear them.
Yeah.
I basically had to eliminate Facebook on there. My phone was banging all day, all night long.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't have any notifications turned on Facebook.
And my
Nope.
YouTube one is turned off too because of the same reason.
I'm sorry. What'd you say?
My YouTube one is also turned off for the same reason.
Yeah.
It's constantly going off.
I mean, it still goes off, and I just don't get the dingy dings and the notifications. It'll pop up in my little who's it on the side there. I mean, when I pull it down from the top, but yeah. Well, that works pretty good. Cool. I don't know.
You don't want to put the back head in yet. Paint that as a unit. Anytime. I think Frank Stephens. I don't know who that is, Kevin or Gary.
Who?
Frank Stephens.
Yeah, he took his channel down, just basically disappeared. He was up in New York.
Yeah, I told my family if I happen to go, just to leave my channel intact. Don't.
That's what I told mine.
Not that it's a great archive of or anything, but
When YouTube decides to take it down, it'll disappear.
yeah. I don't know, my model railroading channel, I haven't put a video up on it in probably 5 years, and it's still there.
Yeah, my other one's just sitting there too. It's just basically a placeholder. Oh yeah. It was supposed to be a Linux channel. It basically turned into a model channel. I said, well, that's just kind of stupid trying to keep it alive when it's really has nothing to do with Linux anymore.
Yeah, I know. I just don't want it to be like what happened to Chris's channel when his family just hit the delete button and
his wife didn't understand
the years of material. Hopefully, fortunately, Kenny saved a lot of it.
But. Yeah. I don't think his brother knew it even happened until after it was over with.
Not that my work is a great archive, but I mean, I kind of want to preserve it for the ages, I guess. Never know. Might be 100 years from now.
Yep. It'll be there till YouTube disappears, I guess.
Well, a lot of my old stuff, but YouTube is the only place that exists anymore because I don't even have that computer that it was on, and a lot of it I had to be deleted from my newer computer because I used it up all my space, all my memory space.
Yeah.
Yeah, I put some of it on flash drives, but God, I don't even know what the hell where they went.
Yeah, I got external USB drives. I move everything to. Actually, I got 2 of them. And I got one of them's everything for the AMC Livecast. And then the other one is that in the main servers is all the other stuff, YouTubey stuff.
I put a lot of it was on a 75 gig external hard drive. I don't even know. I know where it's at. I don't even know if it works anymore. I haven't plugged it in probably 10 years.
Yeah. It'll spin. That's not like the old SCSI stuff, man. And the old 1989 drives where some of them you actually had to shake to get them started back up again. Because the bearings would sit there and basically seize up.
I know I have like the finals for everything I did, but like a lot of those early day videos, they were 15, 16 part step by step. And I know I don't have all of that in on my hard drives. I know I don't have all that stuff. I quit doing those because they weren't getting any traction. So it was before the YouTube tutorial thing got to be a big thing, and they just never got any traction.
I don't do as many as I used to when I first started.
And go on for the duck. I did. It was probably 10 or 12 part video, 12 or 12 videos on the build, and another 8 or 9 on the diorama base, build, making the water base and all that stuff. And just never got any real traction. So part number 8.
Well, there's 3,500, 2-3 more zeros. People doing the same Linux content over and over and over.
Yeah.
And I thought, well, this is just redundance of redundancies. Well, I'm just done with it. So I'm going to go back to building models.
That all gets painted the same color and all primed in one piece.
I'm wondering if that's too full.
I'm sorry. I was thinking I just see ride and think ride to win.
I think I know what's wrong. Too much clear. Let's try it again. I bet it fits in there better. Much better. Reminds me, I still got the other lens I need to put on these headlights.
Get about a channel name, Kevin?
What name are you going to stick with? I didn't know you had a name picked already.
Legendary?
The Kevin Smith channel.
It might be taken already because that famous guy, Kevin Smith.
Yeah.
From Jay and Silent Bob.
I think I need to do a little painting before I put those others on. Yeah, your name, yeah, most likely it's probably already chosen, Kevin. I did a search when I did mine for Bruce, and it's like wasn't hardly any. All of a sudden, there's a ton of Bruce's YouTube channels.
Yeah, mine was just my name and forever. And then when I rebranded, that's when I changed it. And then when, but it still said my name on the chats and stuff. But then when YouTube changed that to the channel, to the @ names, and yeah, that's when I switched everything. So people would not be confused.
Yeah. So I put hyphens in mine. I'm surprised it let me do that. If it didn't let me do that, I was going to just, capital letters was going to separate the names.
Yeah. It could be like Kevin Smith, number 800,625 or something like that.
Uh-huh. Might want to put 1,000,000 on the end of it.
That's what I said. Do Legendary Model Works. That's a good one. That would work.
Yeah, I like that.
Or Legend Model Works.
It's got a good ring to it. Kevin's Legendary Model Works. I like that. That's why Jason changed his channel name, because it reflects more what he's doing. Mine wasn't when I started this channel. It wasn't really going to be a model channel. It was going to be me making blogs and stuff about my puppy dogs, which there is some of that, but that's why I made Buster my avatar. Let me look at this box. Where's the box? I think those are here.
There's the package in that.
The instruction says winkers. Winkers are supposed to be amber. Okay. Where are the winkers? Winkers are where? Where are the winkers? Those are not winkers.
The Warden hates you being called legendary. Isn't that more reason to do it?
That's a winker.
But you can call your channel whatever you want, and then your @ name can be different from your channel name. Or it could be the same, either one.
No, it really doesn't need to have your name. I mean, it can be anything.
Yeah.
Legendary Sensei. Okay. So you're going to do judo exercises and demonstrations?
The judo chop.
Cha wika! Yeah. The legendary Kevin Smith? Is that what James did?
I think Legendary Model Works would be good. Be good. You're probably the guy on the YouTube with the most box art builds and stuff. So that kind of makes you legendary, doesn't it?
Okay, so this mess is a mess. Put you back in the box.
21 goes in the back here. What's that one?
Put you back. Is that the same James Tester's YouTube channel? Or just a coincidence of names? Yeah, wax on, wax off. That was the best part of that movie. Okay, so
It goes in backwards. Way.
Skill model experiment. Yep. I haven't watched this channel in a long time. Of course, I haven't watched a lot of channels in a long time.
A lot of channels have kind of faded off into the history too.
Yeah, I've had some disappear that I didn't even realize disappeared till I went looking for them.
Some of them they just stopped doing it. Like I used to, like Dr. Cranky. I used to never miss one of his videos. They just quit doing them.
Yep. One day he was just gone, him and his cigar.
Or Gilbert Mondragon. He's still around. He just doesn't do much on YouTube at all anymore. He just does the Facebook and Instagrams. Those got to be painted before they get put on. Can go on before.
Paintbrush in your hand, Bruce. Away from the bug. In fact, let's just move the bug way over here.
Way back in the 90s, huh? Way back machine. Up there. Part 41, where are you? Part 40 and old 41. Oh, there it is. There's eagle guy. Thank you. That'd be a good idea for you to get back to making videos and stuff. You could do your painting techniques and stuff as videos, clinics. Yeah, yeah, I liked Boyd. I actually been to Boyd's house and miss him too. Boyd and I went all the way back to the Google Plus days before the YouTubes was even a thing. The Google Hangouts. Went down there and did the Alamo Squadron's IPMS show one year. We had a good time. In fact, it's captured on video on YouTube's too. I wasn't near as drunk as they were when I started on there, though. They were. The time I got there, the rest of those guys were pretty lit. Pretty lit. We had a blast. So I was there. Armando Della Cabada was there. Ralph Tenaglia was there. Boyd. Who else was there? Can't even remember. Yeah, got to see all the boys' models in person. Well, Kevin, it's not the other way around. Alfred E. Newman, it looks more like you. You're so old. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, boys did a lot of really cool stuff. It's ironic. He was always every year probably the first one in on the cancer build and the first one to get done, and then that ended up being that's what took him. Most of his got sold off when he got sick. He sold most of them off, so they're out there in the world. All his big enterprises and all that stuff. Most 90% of it got sold. He was selling them to pay for his cancer treatments.
Yeah.
I was kind of shocked when he passed because he seemed like he had it beat and was getting better, and then
Yeah, because
just one
he
day.
was actually getting ready to finish another build he'd started. So it was kind of shocking. He did a video, and then 2 weeks later, he was gone.
Yeah, he started out. Was still working as an auto car painter when he. when he got sick. And that's what he got him into the model building, was painting cars. Yeah, he lived way down in San Antonio. The weird thing, all those models that he built, they were all in that one bedroom in his house, which was like probably 10 by 10, the room. They were just packed in there. All up, lit up, all on display. You don't go in like 2 people at a time to go in and come out because there wasn't any more room in there for more than 3 people to stand in there.
I'd have been something seeing all those starships lit up.
Yeah.
He did a bunch of them.
But all his figures, all his car models, everything was all in that one room.
That's interesting.
Yeah, what he did was he was like a mobile, like if you had scratches and dents, and where he'd go to where your car was and do touch-up painting. That's what he did for business after he left the body shop. The last one-to-one car he did was a Christine. It was a Fury. It was just like us. His model workshop was just a bench in the corner of his garage. It just looked bigger than what it was on TV. That's the front slip sheet. Notice the back head.
I have a space shuttlecraft, the Galileo shuttlecraft.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to build one of these days. It's not the one with the interior.
Was it the smaller one?
Yeah, it's the one without the interior. It's it's about that long.
Okay, yeah, that's the bigger one. Okay.
Yeah, it's the bigger one, but it's not the one with the interior because they make 2 of them.
Yeah.
My daughter and son-in-law bought that for me one year, about 4 years ago.
The old school one was a lot smaller. It was only about, when you built it, was only about 8 inches long.
Yeah.
I built that one when I was a kid. Those go for big dollars when you can find them. Yeah, I got to see that when he had that show when I was down there. He had that shuttle, the Galileo there, all lit up and running. Yeah, oddly enough, he didn't get any sci-fi awards for any of his models. All the trophies he got were for his cars. Then he got the best of racing cars, for all the racing car classes.
Yeah, it's this one. I just realized my camera's backwards.
It's correct on screen.
Yeah, is it?
Yeah, mine looks that way too. It always looks backwards. So I keep saying, you hear me say left is right and right is left, because it on screen when I'm looking at the camera on my computer screen, everything's backwards. Yeah, you can get the interior part. They sell it as a separate kit if you wanted to do the interior in that one.
Yeah, this is the 1/32 scale.
Yeah. Yeah, around 2 cells. That interior kit is a separate.
Oh, do they?
Yeah, if you wanted to get it, but yeah, you got a printer. You can go on Cults and get 3D files for all the interior stuff.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the figures and the seats and all that crap is all on Cults, or it used to be anyway. Same thing for the because it used the same chairs and figures as the bridge. If you had the bridge kit.
Now, I've got the Enterprise. I got the Enterprise bridge kit.
For the extra parts to make it a full bridge, go all the way around and stuff. Yeah,
I got that off Chris's brother when Chris passed. Apparently, he had it put together one time because it's in big pieces.
Yeah.
I just don't have any place to put it to display it. That's the problem because it's pretty good size.
Yeah, it's huge.
They seem got the figures, it's already painted and everything. I bought a whole bunch of stuff off Chris. Your Chris built.
Yeah. I wanted to, but that was right when I was sick too, and I couldn't. I was getting them $2,000 hospital bills every other month.
Yeah.
So it's a surprise. Here's another one. Surprise. Here's another one. Think you're all paid up. Surprise. Here's another one.
Surprise.
I still get those. They're just a lot smaller now. I know where they're. Well, I almost know when they're coming now. It's like, oh, you did blood test. Okay, 6 weeks from now, I'm gonna get a bill for my blood test that they insurance they cover. The part that they didn't cover, I should say.
Yeah, I got a couple of kits I built that was his. Let's see, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 models that he built.
Yes, I didn't get his. I do have one from Boyd that he gave me, but that was before he got sick that he gave it to me, and I just have never got around to building it. I should do that one day.
And yeah, I converse with Boyd quite often, but I don't have anything he built.
Well, before I went down there, one day he said something about wanting what he wanted a 32nd scale FW 190 something, one of the German Focke-Wulfs, and I had one, so when I went down there, I just took it down there and gave it to him. And before I left, he gave me it was the USS Grissom, the one that got blowed up in the Search for Spock. That one.
Yeah.
He gave me one of the kits for that. It wasn't built. I mean, I still need to build it.
Yep, that one got blowed up all right.
Yeah. I think when he bought it, he didn't realize how small it was because it was a tiny little thing. It is a tiny little thing. It's all solid cast resin. Okay. That's all we can do on that for now. I'm not going to break open the paints tonight. Not going to paint and prime tonight.
It looks like I want to clean out them hose also.
Oh, the Chariot, you can get those. Lost in Space Buggy. Yeah, there's kits out for that one. For the Chariot and the Pod, both. Oh, I can sand and paint anytime I want. It's just I'm not in the mood to run the hose for the paint booth outside and set it up and all that crap tonight. I'm just not in the mindset to do it, so I'll do it tomorrow. I got to prime all these parts or most of them, but there's a few parts I can paint right now, hand paint for the interior and whatnot. And I need to lock in on what color I'm going to paint that Firebird. That's the big next one. I got basically 3 options. I got purple, blue, and silver. Well, I got to paint it silver in either anyway, but I mean the top coat.
I was getting ready to say that combination sounds like it needs to be painted silver first.
Yeah.
Do like I did on the last one. I put two bottles out there on the desk. And I just closed my eyes and reached out and grabbed one.
Yeah, because I got the Star Spangled Blue. I've got the purple. This purple I think is too dark, so I'm not going to use that one. But I do have the nail polish purple there.
That one's got a little bit of pearl in it, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's got a lot of real fine.
That would be pretty.
Yeah, I'm thinking that one
over that silver.
The blue. Those either one of those two I think were the colors. So this purple is too dark for what I want.
It is.
A purplicious. It's really dark. Yeah, I think it'll end up being this purple. I think I might have to go buy another bottle of LA Colors because I don't know if that's enough to do that big car body or not. Find out, I guess. Yeah, probably get one more. Put it in there.
Might not be a bad idea just in case.
Yeah, because if I run out halfway through, the color might not match.
Exactly. That would just absolutely suck wind.
I have to wait for a little while because Dollar General here, they only usually have 2 bottles of something of any color at one time. So if you buy 2 bottles, and you got to wait a couple of weeks for they restock and bring some more in.
It's amazing how those Dollar Generals work, isn't it?
But the stuff that's like $10 for a little bottle of nail polish, they got like stacks and stacks of that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
The ones I like, the $2 bottle ones, the LA Colors, you're lucky if they got, even Walmart, my Walmart lucky if they got 2 of one of a color on the shelf.
I've got some nail polishes I'd like to try one of these days.
I like it. It goes on super thin, super light, and you just got to keep building. You got to build the color up.
Right.
It probably took, for this one, paint-wise, it probably was 2 cups, airbrush cups,
Mm-hmm.
in here, a paint total, which wasn't a lot of paint, but I mean, go around it because you're putting on pigment is so light in those that you're adding until you finally get the color you want. Kind of like doing a candy almost.
Yeah.
And about 3/4 of the way through, I say, screw this, and I open up the valve all the way on the airbrush and hose it on the last coat or 2. I'm tired of doing this, and
it's like it's Volkswagen Bug. It's got 9 or 10 coats of clear on it, but it's just round and around and around. And that last one, I just went, psh, psh, we're done.
I can wet sand fix anything that screw up. But.
Well, I was like these decals are from the STS, and they're how they are. They're a little on the thick side anyway.
Yeah.
And it took that much to get them covered.
Yeah.
I mean, there's still some on the roof. You can feel it, but it's on the roof. Yeah, I use a decal and it's half of another sheet that I didn't use on the Pro Street what Chevrolet wagon. So I thought, I'll just put them all on the Bug.
Look. Whose page? What I got?
I haven't been inside a Walmart in probably 3 months.
Oh, I go there probably once a week.
Oh, I go there, but I can go around back and they've thrown it in the back end of the
Oh,
truck.
yeah.
But I've not been inside. Yeah, if you think those are interesting, Kevin, you should have worked there. Ain't that right, Bob?
Oh God, that's a trip.
Yeah. You
Everybody
ain't seen anything.
work the night shift. Work. Yeah, you ain't seen nothing in your life. There's things you can never unsee once you work the
Exactly.
night shift at Walmart.
Amen, brother.
You think those videos, the people of Walmart, are the pictures of people of Walmart. That's bad. They didn't even touch it. They don't even touch it.
Yep. And just when you think you've seen it all, somebody comes along and they top it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's what I do, Kevin. I order everything online, and matter of fact, I did that today. I just back to you SUV in there, and I say, here, put it in the back.
Yeah, I should, but that's like my major form of exercise anymore is walking around Walmart. So
Yeah, well, I get my exercise when I get home because the dog's theory is if we go for a ride, we have to go for a walk afterwards. Makes sense in their head, right? Hmm. Well, Bob, I'm going to get off here and go lay down.
okay,
Thank you for letting me on and putting this
no
on for
problem.
us people that can't sleep.
Yeah, I can't sleep. Yeah, no, I'm
I know
still
if I
paying
don't
that.
go lay down now, and it'll be noon before I get up, and I can't. I got something I got to do at 10. So it's the way life is, right?
Yes.
So Boston, Kevin, and Jimmy, you guys stay out of trouble as best you can.
Jamie
See, I
G.
left a little room there, wiggle.
Yeah, working the Walmart night shift is an experience.
It is. Everybody should do that once. So, night, Bob. See you guys later, everybody.
All right. Good night. Night, Bruce. Yeah, Yeah, there were things you can't unsee. And the depths that people will go to try and save a penny. Because they had figured out if they just went and bitched enough that the manager would give them what they wanted just to get them the hell out of there. Yeah, I only get there about once a week, once every 10 days, because it's 27 miles to Walmart from my house. It's 27 miles to anything from my house, pretty much. Other than Subway, that's the only like fast food place that's not 27 miles away. Hell, even Amazon, I can't get on next day. Everything's got to be 2 day, so I can't order anything perishable from there because it's got to be 2 day or more. But it takes too long to get here. Yeah, so I started working on this 87 scale Revell big boy locomotive. I built it a couple times in the past, and I always enjoyed it. Uh, I had one on my top of my television, and it fell off and broke. And I was gonna put it back together, but these kits are keeping up. I just went and bought a new one. They're kind of cool. They're snap kits, but they've got a lot of detail to them. And we'll get this. Probably gonna modify this one to make it look like the one that they're running today, which is a little bit different than the way the kit comes. And we'll do some work on it's got a big sink mark across the roof there. And I'd like to hollow out all the handrails, but that's like way too much work. I'd be better off trying to cut them off and make a new wire one, but I don't feel like doing that. Yeah, I don't even have I don't even have grocery store within walking distance anymore. There's one's about 2 miles away. Used to be 2 blocks, and they closed down. The owner was wanting to retire, and nobody would take it over, so they just closed it up. Yeah, it is a nice little town. It's nice, it's far enough out from the city that you don't have all the city issues, but sometimes you just miss that, it's a 40-minute drive to go and to get anything other than, local grocery store or Dollar General type stuff, Dollar Tree, anything, They're actually building a auto zone here in town. That just shocked the hell out of me that they're putting in an auto zone. Yeah, this big boy kit, say it's a snap kit. I mean, but it is HO scale, so it's the same scale as the model railroads, but it's a nice one. Turn this off. I'm gonna go in and do quite a bit of detail on weathering on it. So it's one of the things I like to do when I'm tired of doing super shiny when I want to do some weathered flat finishes and stuff like that. It's the kind of thing I like to do when those situations arise when I feel like I want to do something, not to have to worry about having 100% smooth paint, smooth and glossy paint. And of course, it's the modern version of this is glossy, but it's not a high gloss; it's more of a satin. The way they molded it to kind of avoid most of the seam lines. As they kind of molded it to where everything can be in one side of the mold or the other, so you don't really have any seam lines on it. You always bring the wrong stuff. Oh well. It's a 4884 is what it is. You got 4 little wheels in the front, then you got 8 pairs of big wheels in the middle, and you got 4 wheels on the back. And then it's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 sets of wheels that go under the tender, on the centipede tender. But yeah, I like this kind of stuff because I can do a lot of the weathering techniques that you don't normally do on cars. Like there's a neat trick if you use a wet finish, like a tester's dull coat. It has a lot of talc in it. Well, if you put alcohol on it, it reacts with that talc and turns white. So you get a natural, like a lime scale type effect. And the nice thing there, if you overdo it, you don't like the way it looks, you just hit it with another coated dull coat and it goes away because it's just affecting the surface of the lacquer. So you can do a lot of cool effects. Get in doing some rusting and all that kind of stuff. The only shiny part on this thing will be the tires on the wheels. They also be satin or flat. And I ordered some different decals for it too, as opposed to besides the ones that came with it. They're all right, the ones that came with it, but they don't cover 10% of the decals that would be on the markings that would be on the real one. Fortunately, Macro Scale makes those, so I could order a sheet of those in. But we're gonna like the back head, which is basically your control panel for the locomotive. We'll detail that all up. The silver is just a base color. We'll go over it with a black and then kind of almost like a wash, and then it'll bring out some of the details, and then the knobs and all kinds of stuff get painted. There's the floor of the cab that'll all get detailed up. Get all the. Let's see, get a picture of it. Yeah, there's about 4 stages of running gear for each side, so all that stuff has to get put on, and it gets painted and weathered, and it gets the greasy stuff on it. And yeah, there's another page of it, and all that's just the front engine. Then you got to do the whole works again for the back one. And it even comes with a nice piece of display track that you can paint up and weather up to sit it on. Yeah, here in St. Louis, we have the Museum of Transportation. They've got a boatload of, in fact, they even have one, a big boy there, locomotives, and they're the one that operates the 1522 Frisco engine. It's not operating right now because it was due for inspection, which was a lot of money. They were trying to raise the money for that. But then all the railroads basically said that, we don't want you to run we don't run non-company owned equipment on it. It was Union Pacific didn't want to let them run on the track anymore. It used to be they would run on it with it. They'd have UP personnel in the cab when they ran on the UP track, but they don't even want them to run anymore. So they just came time for the boiler inspection, they just basically winterized it best they could and put it under the shed, and it hasn't moved in probably 10 years now. Yeah, it was due for inspection, which means they'd basically tear the whole boiler apart and go through it. And if it needs to have any tubes replaced or anything, they would do that. But yeah. Yeah, there's like I don't want to say 6 of them still around, of the big boys, maybe less than that. And the one from California is the one they brought restored. It was in the museum in California. They restored that one. The one they restored, it's going to run. It's running now. It's going to run all the way to up through New York and Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, and Philadelphia, and back through Ohio and Indiana and Illinois, Missouri, and then on its way back by the west. On its way back for the 250th celebration thing. Oh yeah, the Amtrak really fly. We only get 4 Amtrak trains a day here, and they stop here in town, so they're not going too fast when they go through. But yeah, if you get one or not, especially with the new Siemens locomotives, they can go from like 0 to 80 in about 30 seconds. And it's worse nowadays because I never did agree with it, but they went to those, as they call the protected crossings, where it has the double sets of arms and the crossover barriers and stuff, so that they wouldn't have to blow their horns at the crossing. And I just thought that was dumb. It's the one thing on the train to let you know it was coming for sure, 100% was the horn. And I said these crossings, that's where they're not allowed to blow the horn unless somebody's actually blocking the crossing. I miss the sound too. You laying in bed in the middle of the night, kind of like tonight, not able to sleep, and you hear the horns go. Yeah. Well, people going, leaving Boston on their way to New York for their day jobs, the commuters. That's who's up at 5, going that fast at 5 a.m. And you're up there. That's what they're electric trains too, so you don't even here's the engine, the diesel engine noise. Or here that echoes down the river valley, so you hear them probably 10 minutes before they get here. You hear the sound of the diesels reverberating off the back and forth off the bluffs on either side of the river. Yep, the people getting on the Acela heading to work in New York, do that commute into the city. That's who's on there at 5 a.m. Oh, we always used to find them. You had to make sure to mark where you put them down, and then figure out. And you'd have to walk upstream over the direction of the train. Sometimes you leave 10 or 15 yards to find them mushed out. The pennies work better than nickels did, though, and they showed that copper color was more easier to see against the ballast, the gray ballast. In fact, I got a couple of them around here. Some I have no idea where they're at. That we had silver dollars that we mashed under the wheels of the Freedom train back in '76 when it came to town. When I was leaving, we put a couple silver dollars on the rail and let it run over the silver dollars, mushed them out flat. All right, we are at. Okay, well, we're at 2:30. I'm still not sleepy, but I ain't gonna do no more work tonight. So I thank everybody who popped in, Boston and Kevin and Lance and everybody else who wrapped around. Watch the Rail Cowgirl YouTube channel. Every cockpit of the train in Norway. No, I've not seen that one. I've been seeing a lot of ride-along videos or cab videos because they the modern locomotives all have cameras in them. It's one of their like dash cam type thing. Yeah, I said they used to pennies, but the trains weren't moving fast where we were at when we'd have them go over them, so they didn't. That time that wheel did about 2 rotations, yeah, it would pop off. Yep, it's like 3:30 there for you, and so I'm done work. There's no more work I can do tonight without firing up the paint booth, and I'm not gonna do that. So I'll go try and lay down again, or maybe I'll go make breakfast early and just screw sleeping today, and I'll be able to fall asleep tonight. And of course, I think Dominic comes on for too long. So guys, yeah, thanks for coming in tonight, and I'll probably see you live on Saturday night for Brian's. I'm off Tuesday because of club meeting. And yeah, night, Jamie G. What is time? Time after time after time. And we'll see you guys on the next time.